For their second possession of the game. They'll look to get something started. They need to. Down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Jackson now. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. Now a 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
They give it to Williams, running right. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. Now Jackson. Got to make. Now the ball comes loose, and the Seahawks have picked it up.
You know, if this is the regular season, partner, we'd be talking about just how
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
The Ravens on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 11. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Jackson, option right. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
Here's Jackson. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. On 3rd down, Jackson. He's got his target. That's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 40. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another 1st down. They go back to the ground with Williams. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 1. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
It's a gain of 3, and it gets him the 1st. Out of the pistol, here's Williams. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Jackson. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 13-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Williams running left. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 on the Seahawks.
They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And the result here the same as the last play. Another tackle behind the line of scrimmage by this Seahawk defense. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now it's Jackson. And that is incomplete. And with a 3-score deficit staring him in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. Now Jackson on 1st down. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. He finds his man complete. That's Walton. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a 1st down. Now an option play, and he'll keep it. And he probably should have given that one off, as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Operating from the gun, Freeman. And Walker has it.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and Sessions last time out. They had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike.
Throwing to start the drive. Freeman. He finds his man complete. It's Walton. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll let the QB keep it here off the option. And maybe the wrong read there, as he's going to go down immediately. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They defer to White out of the shotgun. And it doesn't matter who carries it, apparently, as they'll drop him behind the line as well. A loss of 1, now a loss of 2, and they're staring at a 3rd and 13.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Back to throw. Freeman. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Down the sideline he goes. Inside the 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, if there was any thought that this thing might turn around for this offense in the second half, I think those thoughts pretty well dashed after that interception return there.
It just has not been a good outing for this unit.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. But it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. The ball comes out, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one.
No coach or team's ever happy when someone has a turnover, but if there's ever a good time to do it,
Preseason.
yeah, right now. You know that come regular season, he's going to be...
His offense set for this next possession. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially.
And Freeman lost the football.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
Set the tone, defense. You set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Looking to throw on second down. Freeman, a short throw, and he coughed it up, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit over when we get back. You're watching preseason football on EA Sports. Throwing on first down. Freeman. This will be caught just inside the 10. And in for the Ravens touchdown.
Over the crossbar.
45's the mic. And we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get
Throwing to start the drive. Freeman. Walker with a grab, left side. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
check 45.
Back to throw. Freeman. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. Here's 2nd and 10.
He was defended by Michael.
3 down.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Walker. And they get him to the ground quickly, but he's out near midfield at the 49-yard line. They'll look to throw again. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Hey, we got 3 down, 3 down. 45, Mike, 45. Got you.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This will be 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Freeman able to find the open man. That's complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage.
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there.
Back to throw. Freeman got his man complete over the middle. That's Walton. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Hey, it's our house. 45. Mike, 45.
Looking to throw. Freeman over the middle, complete. It's Walton. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 45-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. A throw over the middle, taken in. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Freeman. Got a man on the right sideline. That's Walton. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Operating from the gun, Freeman. Short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to.
Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. On 1st and 10, Freeman. Flushed out right, and he is out of bounds inside the 30. They'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Back to throw. Freeman going for it all. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Able to hit his target. It's Mayer. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean,